Hello, Carlos. How are you?
Yes, I'm fine, Dr. Mofadal. It's a pleasure.
Same here. You're looking good. What's happening? How is Sierra Leone?
Well, Sierra Leone is fine. It's fine for the moment.
Okay.
But there are a lot of things that are really affecting the young people, the education sector, the agriculture sector, the gender sector. A lot of it is really happening. A lot of it is really happening.
Okay.
You see, we are really in a deep crunch. The economy keeps going down every day because the critical issues, things in terms of the current government's, the way it is managing its governance issues. So the area of agriculture sector, education sector, the healthcare, is really, really a big challenge. And also the area of human rights issues.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but we are fine. Yes.
Now I have a question for you.
I'm looking out.
My question is,
Go ahead.
That with
Yes.
your organization, I think you have got, you are helping a lot of people out, in Sierra Leone. Now, I would like to find out how many families and specifically mothers are in your network.
Okay. I am the country director for Zandris Foundation. You can go to the internet and just Google www.zandrisfoundation.org.
Mm-hmm.
You'll find us there.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. We're working on the following thematic areas. I will answer your question. I just want to give you a background.
Mm-hmm.
All right. We're working on the following thematic areas: agriculture, education, the healthcare, and disability issues. All right.
Mm-hmm.
But we are focusing really empowering women and young people. That's really the focus. So the question that you're asking, how many women, how many mothers, is that your question?
Well, actually, what we have done in Pakistan, Carlos, is this, that we have established a collaboration with Community Development Foundation, and Mrs. Mariam
Okay.
Khan is leading the program. And her vision is
Okay.
that she wants to transform all the mothers of the world. There are 2 billion mothers in the world today, and she wants to transform them into entrepreneurs. So she just
Okay,
needs the
that's good.
list of the
So
mothers.
yes, can I send you through your mail a list of yes? So that will be an assignment for me to give you. I don't want to give you a figure that is not confirmed.
So what we
I
will
want
do,
to give you
Carlos,
the
is
right
this,
figure.
that we will link. I mean, all you need to do is this, okay? Along with the list, okay? You need to, enroll all these mothers into TQLMA club, okay? And the CDF.
Individual.
Okay?
Individual mother.
Individually, each mother, okay?
Each mother, the beneficiaries for each mother.
No, each mother. Each mother should be enrolled, and the children also, because every mother means that there are children, right?
Okay.
So we will get the list of the children also at the same time, correct? So each
Yes.
mother
Yes.
of the Sierra Leonean,
Yes.
living in Sierra Leone should be enrolled in TQLMA club with
Yes.
one PGC. Okay, one PGC is $2 only.
Okay.
Okay, so that means
Okay.
that now they will become the family member of the Community Development Foundation.
Okay.
Okay,
All right.
and then you
Yes.
will actually be, you will have that money. Okay, I mean we will sign a joint venture agreement between Community Development Foundation and your foundation. Okay,
Okay.
so that means that you will keep that money in your account, in a joint account.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
and then
Yes.
by utilizing that money, we will be building our Wheel of Life farm schools, which we have designed. And we want to build these farm schools in university campuses first, and then on all the farms.
All right.
So
Okay.
that's a target, and Community Development Foundation will provide the funding to actually build these, farm schools.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
So that's how it's going to be working
Yes.
out. And I think then based on that, you should engage basically all the Sierra Leonean, whatever network you have with, other parts of the world, because this is a global project. And our idea is that we want to give the Christmas gift of Global Executive MBA in Climate Smart Entrepreneurship to all the mothers.
Okay. Okay.
So it will be the responsibility of the father, the children, to give the gift of Global Executive MBA, Gemba in Climate Smart Entrepreneurship to mothers, so that the mothers are trained to become teachers, to become builders. They will basically become an entrepreneur, and we will train them to maintain their family, okay, in a climate smart way. So that's our target. And, it is like a 100% climate smart social entrepreneurship program.
Okay.
Why we call it climate smart? Because if we don't take care of the climate, we will not be able to live longer, right? Because the climate is actually, after us now. We have ignored the climate for so long, and now the climate is coming with hurricanes and with tornadoes, and all kinds of natural disasters are happening.
Yes.
So it is very important to make sure that we take care of the climate individually. Every mother, every family should take care of the climate.
Okay.
So that's a training we are going to be providing to all the mothers.
Okay, so
That's a
the
program.
training. Okay, so the training is going to be like a one-off, or is going to be in phases?
No, it's like an MBA program, They will be enrolled in an MBA program with the local universities, and our partner university, Energime University, and we are partnering with professors of, American universities and Canadian universities. They will be actually providing them the training. And it's an executive program, so it's not just a classroom, okay? It's like, they are getting the education, and they are just in time applying the education also at the same time. So each day they do some activity, they are making money.
Okay.
Okay, that's a plan.
So let me ask. So that's a very big and broad plan.
No. It's a very small, straightforward thing. All you need to do is, very simple. Collect the list, okay, of all the mothers, okay, and then there will be, out of those mothers, you will find some educated mothers also, okay.
Oh, okay.
Right?
So it's
then,
going to be both. Okay,
yeah, it's very important.
It's going to be both educated and non-educated.
We are talking about all the mothers, okay, at this point in time. We are enrolling everybody, but then out of the mothers, when you send the list to us, we will be selecting, say, educated mothers, mothers who have degrees, mothers who can understand English. So all those mothers then will be trained by Mrs. Mariam Khan to take care of all the other mothers who are not educated, who doesn't know English, as an example. So, then those mothers can be trained in the local language by the educated mothers of Sierra Leone.
Okay.
So that's how the whole program will work and go to the grassroots, So everybody gets the training.
Okay. Okay. Wow, this is good, really.
Right.
So it's going. So when is this program is going to commence?
It is already on. We are talking about Christmas gift. We are talking about giving Christmas gift, right?
Okay. Okay.
So it is like on a war footing,
Okay. Okay.
You go out on a war footing and think of imaginative way of making sure that all the, list of ladies, I'm talking about at least maybe 2 million mothers in Sierra Leone out of the 8 million population, right?
Okay, yes.
So that's your target.
Okay, so now in Sierra Leone we have about 8 million people.
8 million, right? Yeah.
Yes. Of which 56% of the population in Sierra Leone are women.
Are women, correct? Now, out of those women, we were talking about maybe 25% who are mothers.
Who are mothers, yes.
Correct? So we are focusing on mothers now.
Yes, so this means, is it a list that I'm going to submit or a figure?
Go ahead again.
I'm saying, is it a list that I'm going to submit or a figure that I'm going to submit? The data?
No, actually, you submit the list, and then what I will do is, you send me your profile also in the email about your foundation. So then I will share that with Mariam, and then Community Development Foundation and your foundation will have a joint venture agreement.
Okay.
Okay. And that way, your foundation will then become part of our program officially and legally.
Wow. Okay.
Okay. So it's a bank account, everything is there. Money is not going to be going out of Sierra Leone. Okay. And what we are talking about is whatever money you are accumulating within Sierra Leone, okay, matching amount will come from, Pakistan.
Okay.
So that way, we actually are not talking about things, we actually are doing it.
Okay, yes.
And then showing it to everybody. Okay, we did it.
Exactly.
Okay, exactly. And nowadays, it is very easy to show everybody because we are going to be making the video right from the training to the first brick to the complete farm school. And I want to build one farm school before Christmas so we can show it to the people that we have done it. It's like a miracle,
Okay.
We show it to them that we did it. We are not talking about it. We just did it. Okay. Okay. So that's what we want to create, so and I think, and maybe it will be then, we can teach everybody how to do.
That may be coming from beneficiaries.
Your voice was breaking up, Carlos. Can you repeat that? Hello, Carlos. Can you hear me?
Oh.
Yeah, Carlos, I think there was an internet disconnectivity. So, there.
I don't know if you got the last questions I asked.
So,
yeah.
I think what we need to do is then.
I was asking.
Yeah. Repeat the question, please.
I was asking, suppose the mothers who we are going to target now, okay, to ask them to contribute this $2 that we are talking about.
Correct.
And they ask, what? Yes, why are they contributing the $2? That is one.
It's very simple.
Number two.
Let me answer the question.
Okay.
Let me answer the question. There are 7 billion people out there, right, in the world today.
Yes.
Everyone needs food, education. I mean, they are there, 7 plus, right? About 8 billion people. Correct?
Yes.
Everyone, right from the president to the poorest person, needs immunity boosting climate smart food.
Yes.
Correct? So currently they are not getting the food. Right?
Yeah.
So the model which we have developed is this, that okay, when you want to buy the food, there are only two choices, okay, of buying the food. You have the money to go and buy the food, okay, and if you don't have the money, you beg, right? So even a beggar has to beg to buy the food to survive. Otherwise, you cannot live. Correct? So what we are talking about now is this, that, you know, what we are going to be providing food and we are going to be taking care of you like a family member if you become a family member. So previously, my membership was very high. Okay, like I said, okay, if you want to become a member, it's like $5,300, you know, to become my club member. So very few people were able to afford my membership, right? So then Mrs. Mariam Khan, she came up with this proposal that, wow, good, let's keep the membership so low that everybody can afford it. Okay, so now the reason why it is 2 Canadian dollar is this, that, you know that, gold and diamond is the resource in Sierra Leone. Correct? Lot of gold and diamond mines are there, right? So I have been in the business of, gold and diamond. Okay, so I get the gold and diamond from Sierra Leone, from DRC, and then I convert that gold and diamond into this, hollow chain gold, which is a product which I have developed, right? So then I said, okay, now make a product which is affordable by everyone. Because a lot of the people, a lot of the Africans, although they have the gold, but they cannot afford to have the gold. They don't have the money to buy it, right? So we want to make sure that all the Africans also can own the gold. Okay? So that is the plan. So one people's gold coin is the unit I have developed, which is equivalent to 0.025 gram gold, and which is equivalent to 2 Canadian dollars, and whatever amount of Leonese it is equivalent to. All right. So now suppose a mother comes to you and says, Mr. Carlos, I don't have even 2 Canadian dollars. Okay. You will see mothers coming. So you know them. If you really believe and you are convinced that that mother doesn't have the 2 Canadian dollars, you can ask them for 2 Leonese. How much? Not Canadian dollars, 2 Leonese. But they have to pay something. Okay. And then the balance of it will be Kartan Hasana, we give them the support. So that their data is with us.
So for instance, we can say you pay 2,000 leons.
Yeah, whatever it is, whatever the conversion rate is, right? But what I'm saying is this, money is not important. Money is not important. But we want to make sure that everybody becomes our family member. And once they have put some money there, then we will treat them like a family member and we will take care of them. Okay. That's it.
Okay.
Okay, that's a plan. So that
this
way
means
we can focus. We can
a very
focus
good plan.
on taking
Yes.
care of the family members. So that's a model.
Yeah, this is good. This is
It's
good.
very simple.
This is good. So the second question that they may be asking, that the type of entrepreneurship skills or methodologies they may be assuming to benefit from this.
Now the question I tell you again. Okay, you know me for I think last 2 years or something, right? Like that, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
We have been talking about a lot of things, you know, in the past. Correct?
Exactly.
And
yes.
The things I've learned in those 2 years is that whenever you give anything free, okay, it is not appreciated by anybody. Okay, so what I learned is this, that okay, if anybody wants to answer to a question, they have to pay for it first, because we are educating them, and education is not free.
Yes.
Correct? So if somebody asks you a question, tell them, put 1 Leone, give me 1 Leone, I will answer the question. Okay?
That's a good one.
Good one, right? So nobody will waste your time. Okay.
So you reduce questioning.
Exactly. Why waste our time, you know? Your time is valuable, my time is valuable. Why waste time? And the person, when the 1 Leone comes out of his pocket, he's not going to ask nonsense questions, you know? He's going to ask real questions, because he has invested 1 Leone, you know? Get the answer. So that's a plan.
It's a good plan. It's a unique plan. Yes, let me just bring one of my
I know.
to this meeting. Yes. Can you? Yes. Let me introduce to you. Yes, let me introduce to you my colleague, who is representing the foundation in the United Kingdom.
Hello, Vanessa.
Yes, Dr. Mufadar is the head of a global organization. Maybe you can introduce the organization to him so that he knows it better. He's just from UK. He is with us here. Yes.
Wonderful. Please introduce yourself briefly, and then I will, you know, Carlos knows me for 2 years. He's going to provide a detailed introduction. So I would like to know more about yourself first, because we are meeting for the first time.
I'll give you a very brief background. So I'm a former British military, so special forces and logistics, 24 years in the army. And then I've spent quite a bit of time in Sierra Leone. I was here working in logistics for a bioenergy company. Then I was here all the way through Ebola, sort of running one of the treatment centers, and then I worked for a construction company. But I do sort of logistics consultancy, but now I've sort of headed towards more working with grassroots organizations, with people on the ground that want to make a difference in people's lives in the community, and sort of in the, you know, in the fair sector, in the charitable sector. And, you know, I bring donors for agriculture, educational and a medical background. So, yes, and, you know, and my faith on my side is very much part of my life. I'm sure it is in your side. When you have faith, it doesn't matter which it is. You know, it's when you have belief, it helps you, doesn't it?
Yes. Addition, also, he's the chairman for the Freetown.
Yeah, the Freetown Society. My home city, Hull, in the UK. Actually twinned with Freetown. It's been twinned for 40 years. So yeah, I'm the chairman of the Freetown Society. So I help facilitate, as I said, a lot of things, but we've got a lot of environmental and climate change projects to come as well.
Okay.
Tree planting and various things like that.
Yeah, so certainly Dr. Mufadal is working in those areas that you just mentioned.
Okay.
So now let me briefly introduce myself, and I will give you a good news also, which I got from UK, okay, and in London. I am basically a chemical engineer, food scientist, and professor of climate smart entrepreneurship. Okay.
Okay.
Say my invention is people's gold coin to fight, economic pandemic. My invention is Wheel of Life Farm School to make sure that children and mothers are taught climate smart agriculture, and they can earn a sustainable income without anybody's help. So we want to become a self-help, helpers, so that they become entrepreneurs. And our target is that, make sure that the current best technologies are taught and then implemented just in time. So we are not going to be waiting for the people to graduate, then forget about everything, and then we need to retrain them. So that's a problem with the current education system. Okay, both in Europe as well as in America. So what we are doing is we are implementing the Japanese system, which is just in time. You learn today, you apply today. Okay.
Yeah, well, my background in logistics, I fully understand just in time. That's where it started in my background, obviously, with the vehicles, didn't it? That's where just in time started.
Exactly. You know that in 2.5 minutes, fantastic Toyota car comes out of the assembly line, So why can't we apply the same system for education so that we can produce, better than, Rolls-Royce type of human beings, right? That's a plan, okay? I mean, so that's what I apply, modeling and simulation and application like that. Okay, and the good news about today is this, that one of our friend over there, they are in the business of, there's a company Excalibur, and they have developed the test kit for COVID-19. Okay, and this gentleman James was, marketing. He's a marketing, head for the company. And then he came and told me that, okay, Mufaddal, you're working with 2 billion mothers and enrolling them and making them entrepreneurs. So can you help us distribute the test kit? Okay. So that was the whole idea. And he says, Mufaddal, can you buy 50,000 of them from us?
Okay.
So I said, well, how much can you produce? And he said, and then he said he can produce 3 million per week. So I said, well, that is not enough, because I've got 2 billion mothers to cater to. So your capacity is very low. You need to increase the capacity. Okay. So that's how the whole dialogue started. And now I'm buying the complete capacity of those test kits. And then I'm delivering it, through our mothers network, globally, so that all the mothers are taught, to administer the test. And then whatever positive families are there, we actually then isolate them and then treat them in our Wheel of Life Farm School Healthcare Center. So that's a plan.
Okay.
And we have got a technology to build 200 climate smart 5G proof homes in one day. That's the Australian invention which we have. And, so we will be utilizing that technology. And the raw material for that housing system is plastics and agriculture waste. So we will clean up Freetown from all the plastic waste. We will use agriculture waste, from the farms. We will extrude them in our machine, and we will produce enough components in one day to make 200 homes. And these mothers is going to be building these 5G proof homes. So that's our proposal to solve, you know, the homeless problems. And actually, we came up with a very innovative plan also. And that plan is that everybody, you know, all Africans are, you know, in big trouble in America, you know, due to number of issues, you know. So what we are offering to them is this, that, okay, you are economically vibrant Americans. So why don't you come to Freetown and enjoy the good life here in Freetown, you know? So we can actually then treat them also from COVID-19, and that will be an ecotourism model for us. Okay, so we are building Wheel of Life Farm schools. We invite them to come and, you know, be part of this Wheel of Life Farm School healthcare center, and we will give them the, you know, all the treatments and everything which we have developed, you know, in our centers over there. So it's a multifaceted program to really collectively solve this COVID-19 problem. And then, obviously, after that problem is solved, we will have enough money with us to do all the good projects, you know, which we want to do. And the current, you know, data, Carlos, I have is that the highest maternity death rate of the world is in Sierra Leone, which is very disturbing.
Yeah, you're right. You are right. It is very, very discouraging. It's
very disturbing.
Yes. Yes, disturbing. Yeah, you're right.
So we want to solve that problem. You know, my wife is a gynecologist, and we want to make sure that we don't have that kind of a scenario there, you know. So our first target is to really set up healthcare centers over there and make sure that all the health issues are resolved first. And then after that, once the mothers become healthy, then they can do, you know, all the other projects which we are planning to do.
Yeah. Well, let me just come in a bit on that. I mean, one of the things we're in the process of doing through the British Council with one of the organisations I'm involved in was Plant a Tree Today Foundation in Hull. My colleague Andy planted 3 million trees in Asia over about 15 years. He's ex-Navy, so actually he's been ex-Army as well. So we come together, we've got like a project to plant 200,000 trees around the Hull area. But we're getting contracts for about 6 million trees. We're training people, mainly veterans and then others, you know, that were homeless, that have come from prison, that have transferred from the military, in sort of climate change projects. It started from the tree planting, but it's going into much, much more. And so for the British Council, we've got an organisation here called PROM, and they're putting a waste management project together at the moment. That's what they're focused on. Going to look at some app as well that identifies where people are putting the rubbish as well, that the councils can use, various other people use. And so, yeah, it's very much probably very connected from what you're doing there. But there is a health aspect as well to plant 1 million trees that are going to be mango trees on a health side, but look at baobab trees as well and other trees like that do have health aspects as well.
Yeah, that's exactly the stuff. You know, also, these are things that we've been talking about, going back into environmental safety strategies and see how we can change the scenario in Sierra Leone, because it's really, really affecting us. So now that you have this component, Dr. Mofudal, I think is a unique one. You said your wife.
Actually, there was, I shared the video, right, Carlos, about the problems they have in Daru. Daru is a small community, you know, I think close to Freetown. And they are about 500 people are dying because of the water problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, typhoid becomes a big problem.
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right.
So
that is just one aspect of it. That's just one small aspect of it.
One small
so
aspect
if you also
of it,
come to, I know where Daru is. So I know where Daru is. Daru is in the south. You find Daru in the south, the extreme south. It's really serious
problem, you know. I mean, it's like, you know, people are not dying of COVID-19; they are dying because of dirty water.
I was working with Kia International in the north.
Okay.
And yes, and we are looking at specifically in the health sector.
Okay.
And I was managing almost like 5 districts. Yeah, in these districts, when you go to PHUs, peripheral health unit centers, you go to hospitals, those structures or those build or facilities they call hospitals, I'm telling you, it's very, very appalling.
Yeah.
Because the the issue of personnel, trained personnel is a serious problem.
Correct.
The government is training a lot of personnel, but because the government doesn't have money to recruit them, to ensure that they work within the system to support the process, so they have personnel problem.
Okay.
The other thing, they also have hygiene, how you call it?
Hygiene problems, yeah. Okay.
Hygiene problems, safety problems. This standard operational protocols, they have a serious problem in it.
So now,
And
Carlos, what I want to suggest the solution is this, okay? We have identified now that 25% of the population of Sierra Leone, which is about 2 million mothers, are there, okay? And with agility, Community Development Foundation, along with Energime University and our partner universities in America and Canada, they will be educating these mothers. So now we have got 2 million mothers trained to take care of all aspects of the family life, and then, when we talk about one mother trained, they can easily train the remaining 3 people. So that way the whole population gets educated.
that's good.
Yeah, I mean, look, the concept there is just like what we did in the military. It's a trainer.
Yes. Yes. You train one and then train others. And that's fine. So it goes and it spreads like that. That's fine.
So what we will do is this: we conclude this meeting with this, the model which I've, developed, that, Community Development Foundation will sign a joint venture agreement with your foundation. So you will be on ground here. You will be identifying 2 million mothers, and the model I've already given you. Okay, so all the data is with us, their educational level and their health issues and everything will be there for those families. And then once we have the data, then we will develop a plan of action to make sure that, how we are going to be coming in and, training them. And now really we don't have to be physically traveling because you are there already on the ground. We will be educating you like I'm doing it here, through Zoom, classrooms.
Okay. That's wonderful. So, and you told me we start now. It is
Immediately. I want to give a Christmas gift to mothers,
Yeah, that's wonderful.
That's it.
Really, really, I would have loved CEO to be here, but of course we're going to tell the team for this great news, and we're going to start working.
Sure. An idea is this, that, we don't want to talk to anybody. Okay, we will silently do it as a secret project. And once the structure is built, once we build our Wheel of Life Farm School, then we will announce, that, okay, we have done it. Some angels came from the earth, from the sky, and they built this, So would you like to duplicate this model? Then everybody will listen to you because they will see it. The president would love to come and, inaugurate it. They will be making appointments with you.
Yes. Yes.
What happened in Freetown,
Right. Yeah.
Okay. So that's a plan.
That's a good thing. So that's a very, very big thing. And it is.
Okay, and this model which I'm talking about, that's a Malaysian model, okay? In Malaysia, they don't talk. They don't form any cooperative of talkers. They are, cooperative of doers, practitioners. They just do it.
That's fine.
And the leaders like Muhammad Mahathir can be created,
Yes.
And we are trying to do the same thing in UK so that, Mr. Boris Johnson can come to our facility and, you know, learn how to solve the COVID-19 problems.
Yeah, well,
I think this is
they're not doing
fine.
very well in the UK. That's why I don't want to be there anymore. To be honest, you know, it's not been very good.
Yeah.
The way it's being handled in the UK. That's all.
The conditions are very bad, you know, in Europe and North America with respect to COVID-19. And there are so many issues out there, you know, especially Brexit and I mean, so many kind of pandemics are there, you know, which we need to solve. And the most important we need to solve is the climate, you know. I mean, it's a terrible situation with respect to the climate, you know, problems which is being created by them. You know, all the Europeans and North Americans consumes 80% of the resources of the world, and they are the polluters of the climate, of the planet.
Well, I'll get Carlos to share with you the website for PAT Foundation. You'll see what my colleague Andy Steele looks at to do with the climate change, the way he looks at people, how they can offset things by planting trees and things like that. By, you know, and he calculates things for the travel, whether it's by, you know, car, by air, of what they should be planting to offset that. And then to make people think, actually, you know, there's alternative ways of what I'm moving around. You know, so yeah, it's interesting. But yeah, I mean, you know, we've actually with North America, especially the thing is, I think the way COVID being handled in North America, you've had the election going on, the build-up to that, so not handled very well. Brexit with UK, and yeah, so that's why it's affected a lot in the main countries in Europe because of that.
Exactly. Yes, exactly.
The way they've handled it.
Okay. So
Carlos, any other question, or shall we conclude the meeting and then move forward with?
Well, I think we have details now as to the way forward for this particular proposal, and of course, my team, we're going to start working onto this project. And so when are we proposing to have the next meeting?
I think that's what I think. What we will do is this. Let's assemble the whole team. I will also, you know, include Mrs. Mariam Khan in that, you know, joint meeting. So everybody is part of that meeting. And we sort of design a 1 hour session of, you know, climate smart education, construction, and healthcare. And that will be the topic. And then we will be, you know, discussing the execution plan.
Yes.
That's it.
Okay, yes.
Sounds good.
I mean, maybe then I can bring Paul Langer in it from Pro as well.
Yeah, so that's
let
fine.
me know
so
when you guys are ready, and then we plan the meeting maybe in around weekend. Maybe we can do it on Saturday. You know, whatever time is convenient to you. I mean, I'm fine because I'm 5 hours ahead of you. So when you wake up and if you want to do it in the morning, that is fine also with me.
Okay, that's fine. So times of this nature that we have it today is fine. Okay. That's good. That will be fine. Yes. So Saturday and time, because the meeting was
Saturday. If you do it, I mean, give me a convenient time, so I am up and awake, and then, you know, it is also convenient for you guys.
So can we do it the same time, 3? Because
yeah,
3
I'm
here
fine.
is...
I'm fine.
3 here is 12.
3 over 3 in at your time. It is 8 p.m. here in Pakistan, in Karachi.
Oh, 8 p.m.
Yep.
Okay.
Yes, 5 hours ahead.
Okay, 5 hours.
5
so
hours
we can
ahead.
have it, what? 10. So can we have it at 10 and then it will be in the afternoon there?
Sure. So 10 p.m. Pakistan time?
Yeah. No, Sierra Leone.
Or 10 p.m. Sierra Leone time?
Sierra Leone time.
So that will be
10,
what
10
about 5 hours ahead means, no, I think it will be too late for me.
No, it will
Okay.
be 3.
Or it's too late for you?
3 p.m.
No, no, no. Actually, I'm ahead of you.
Yes. So
Right?
if it is 10, then it will be like 3. For you, there is 3 p.m.
Is that too late?
It's
No.
too late for you?
No, this is what I'm saying. 3 p.m. Pakistan time is fine for me. So
Okay.
probably it will be a morning time you're in Sierra Leone.
Yes, exactly.
That's fine. 3
Exactly.
p.m. is fine. 3 p.m.
Okay.
Karachi time is fine.
Okay, that's good. That's wonderful. I think we grateful. We thank you, Dr. Mufadal,
Definitely.
for this.
I will share this meeting also with everyone
Mhm.
that we had this
Yes.
meeting and now we are working with your foundation to build the
Yes.
first Wheel of Life Farm School in a site
Yes.
or a university
Yeah.
campus which you recommend.
Yes. For sure.
Ideally, I
Yes.
would like to do it, Carlos, in a university campus. So you select a
Yes.
university campus, okay, and then
Yeah.
we talk to the university leadership also, get the
Okay.
professors also on board. So then we
Okay.
actually build the first campus, first Wheel of Life
Yes.
Farm School in a university
Okay.
campus.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
That's good. And yes, so before the meeting, I will give you the university.
Sure.
Are we going to? Yeah, yes,
That's it.
that's for sure.
And I will
Thank
share
you.
the enrollment form and everything with you, Carlos. Send me an email
Yes.
with the progress of, what we have discussed, a summary, and then,
Yes.
introduction about your foundation and the profile of
Yes.
all the team members. So I know everyone
Yes.
before I come to the next meeting.
Yes. Okay, that's wonderful.
Okay, please.
No problem. Yes, yes.
Thank you very much.
To do that.
Thanks, Carlos.
And thank you.
Good to
Thank you
keep
so
on,
much,
keep
Dr.
keep the connections on and move forward,
Yes.
and ask me
Yeah.
all the difficult questions which the Sierra Leonean mothers have, but they have to pay 1 leone to
Yes.
get the answer.
Lots.
Okay.
Yes. Sure. Thank you. Thank you. Thank
All
you.
right. Okay.
All right.
Okay. Take care.
Yes.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Okay. Bye bye.
Yes. Take care. Bye. Yes.